Hello everyone, welcome to a new video, and today we'll talk about CarX Street PC and why you should or shouldn't buy this game yet. Well, I mean, honestly, it's a pretty great game, but you know, it's like... First of all, this game has this class and rating system. Class is just power to weight ratio, and rating is something that should not even be a thing at all, but this game makes such a big deal out of it. It's similar to Underground 2 rating, but a bit different. To increase class, of course, you have to upgrade your car's performance, and to increase rating, you can slap on some better performance parts and also visual mods. And I have nothing but absolute hate towards this rating system. This is a Z with the highest rated visual exteriors mods. Now, if you like this build on your Z, I have nothing against you, but if you force me to do this build on my Z, then we'll have a problem. And that's basically what the game is doing, telling me what to put on my cars. And you can't really outrun this system because clubs and races have minimum rating requirements, and I wish they'll remove this stupid rating system, honestly. Speaking of the AI rivals in CarX Street were shameless, and what I mean by that is that they rubber band right in front of your eyes. And also, believe me when I say this, the AI rivals weren't there to race you. Their first priority was to kill you. They're all just hitmen strapped into some kind of super fast tanks that look like some sports cars, honestly. The AI only cared about the racing line and didn't care about anything else. They could detect traffic but couldn't detect you. So if you're in the racing line, instead of overtaking you cleanly, they just ram you, which made the story races experience felt super cheap. Cheap like some cash grab mobile games cheap. There, I said it. But they've updated the game recently and said they've improved the AI and adjusted the difficulty. Well, I've tried this in some elite races and it's true. Basically, they won't ram you as much, but at least one of them will still rubber band hard. But yeah, it's a lot easier now, like a lot easier. In CarX Street, we have this fuel, tires, and nitros feature. You can drive to a gas station and refill your nitros, refuel, and buy or change your tires. Some of you probably like it, some of you probably don't. It's a matter of preference, but honestly, I don't hate it. In CarX Street, there's no story progression or cutscene after boss races. Even with all the epic entrances they gave them, it just feels kinda empty. I mean, at first, you'll have some backstory and even a phone call after the first club race, but sadly, no more story after that. And to me, personally, that's really disappointing, cause when I beat the boss races in CarX Street, it feels kinda unsatisfying. No story, no nothing. It doesn't have any depth to it. And the worst part is the drift clubs. I mean, these bosses, man, they have cars, but I don't even get to see them in action. So why even bother giving them cars, right? And they're basically the easiest clubs in the game, cause I could basically just do me without some assholes ruining my thing, honestly. In this game, we got this credit and street coin. Well, for free mobile games, this is fine. This is acceptable, but for PC games, yeah, I know if I'm cool with that because it makes the game super grindy. But good news, with the latest update, you can now grind for the street coins easier. Yay! Still really grindy though, but easier. And currently, some upgrades are locked behind this currency. For example, engine swap. And honestly, I have no idea what they meant by price times 2. And if in the future, the only real way to get it is from microtransactions, and God forbid, they'll add some super powerful cars or some stickers or layers that are locked behind a lot of this currency, then I have just one question. CarX, how far have you guys fallen? And for those of you who doesn't know, I have experience with CarX Street Racing too. That game was my happy place for the past few years until they changed prices and locked some cars behind actual cash. And based on that experience, seeing all this really takes me back. If you wanna buy the game because you've played previous CarX Drift games, which have one of the best customizations in car games, I have some bad news. The customization feature is not fully finished, and some parts aren't even shaped correctly. Like this rim, for example. This is not how I remember it. The drifting in CarX Street is also different. I mean, so far, I still can't drift the way I usually drift in CarX Online. The physics is similar but different. Or maybe the physics the same but the assist is different. I don't know. Tuning is also different. I mean, in CarX Online, you can fine-tune everything to the detailest detail. The tuning system is very advanced to the point that it made me wonder if it's realistically achievable. But in this game, the tuning is much simpler. Now, the best thing about CarX Street is that it has this selection wheel, where you can quickly turn traction control on and off, or switch your transmission type on the go. I feel like this should be the industry standard. I mean, I use this all the time. I just wish that we can customize what we wanna put on the wheel, cause I honestly really wanna put my tires on that wheel. And the map view in CarX Street is very detailed. You can basically see everything in real time when you zoom in the map. And some places in CarX Street are photogenic. They're really beautiful. And the vibe's kinda similar to GTA 5. Alright, well, with the latest update, basically they're trying to rebalance the economy. But in my opinion, this shouldn't even be a thing at all if they didn't release the game in such a mobile game state, honestly. And there's this thing in all CarX games that really ticks me off. The grass and everything else that aren't part of the road feels like ice. And to me, personally, it's somewhat disappointing. Cause instead of a true open world, this game feels more like a really extremely massive racetrack, not a true open world. And Jimmy's full of shit, man. I mean, he said there'll be cops in here, so of course I had a great expectation when I saw the first cutscene, but no. There's no cop in this game, or maybe not yet, I don't know. But well, it's pretty much the first release, so I'm sure CarX will update the game soon, and hopefully for the better. And so far, the updates were pretty great. And Jimmy said there'll be cops, so CarX, you guys better not be backing out on your words. And it better not be like, oh, the cops are in defense, some of you gonna be cops, some of you gonna be outlaws, and the cops will chase the... No, CarX, no. Pretty sure we want cops roaming around and actually chase us when we push our luck, as Jimmy said. Cause seriously, this game has a lot of potential. But for now, CarX Street feels like a mobile game that you play on PC. And I'm saying all that based on my experience with the game so far. But as I said in the beginning, take it with a grain of salt, guys, cause I'm pretty much a beginner too, just like some of you. That's it for this video. Like and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!